Coming up on Hawk TV's news, Northeast Wind Energy Program gets a big donation. Nebraska is ranked among the happiest states. And is COVID really over? All this and more coming up on Hawk TV News. Welcome to our first edition of Hawk TV News for the semester. I'm Savannah Robinson. Thanks for joining us. 30 helmets were donated to the Wind Energy Technology Program here at Northeast Community College from Kazakh America. Students spent up to $17 on helmets, and after hearing stories from students, they wanted to add more protection to students going into this program. Helmets are one of the multiple items for safety equipment needed in the program. Kazakh knows the importance of protection, especially in career fields such as wind energy. Students and professors are honored to have received a very generous donation to help students be safe. Norfolk Police Department received a phone call regarding a disturbance within a local business in the 110th block of Benjamin Avenue Monday morning. An employee states 38-year-old Josie Old had came in requesting to use the phone. As the conversation went on, she began to swear loudly to the other person on the line. After being told to no longer use the phone, Ald was then forced to give the phone back, which caused her to spill coffee all over. Then she proceeds to enter one of the conference rooms and sat down and began to smoke a cigarette. Ald was arrested and housed in the Norfolk City Jail, then transferred to the Madison County Jail. Over the past week in Banner County and McGrew, fire departments had fought against wildfires that broke loose in Banner County. The fires had burned over 4,300 acres of land before it was contained. The fire is still being monitored and is under further investigation on why it had started. On Thursday, two men, William Seal of St. Petersburg, Florida, and Romulo Soraz of Crete, had deployed their parachute but didn't slow their speed as they approached the ground. Authorities identified Seal as deceased at the scene, and Soaz suffered life-threatening injuries. According to Wallet Hub, Nebraska is the 9th happiest state in the U.S. Nebraska is ranked 13th for emotional and physical well-being and has the 7th best work environment. Nebraska has the 5th best divorce rate, 4th best adequate sleep rate, and 3rd best volunteer rate. The happiest state in the U.S. is Hawaii, and the least happy is West Virginia. Last week, Northeast Media Arts students traveled to Husker Harvest Days in Grand Island to talk with ag vendors. I had a chance to catch up with Mark Stock and Kurt Campbell from Big Iron Auctions to find out more about their operations. This is Savannah Robinson of the Media Arts Club at Northeast Community College. Today I'm here with Mark Stock and Kurt Campbell. Can you guys explain to us what Big Iron is and what you're doing here today at Husker Harvest Days?
Well, we've been coming to Husker Harvest Days for 37 years, and we're just promoting the equipment and the land and the livestock and the classic cars that we sell on our website, bigiron.com.
Kurt, what are you doing here today?
You know, a great opportunity to see all of our customers. I live in Colorado and manage a couple different regions, but we have customers coming from all over the country. As a matter of fact, we got 50 to 60 customers coming from Kansas here, so we're here to greet them and see all the customers from all over the land.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. Coming up on Hawk TV News, Keely's in the latest forecast, as well as hear about the Queen's Corgis. You're watching Hawk TV News.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens. Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
I'm a licensed practical nurse. I work in rehab, long-term care, and assisted living facilities. When I look at my residents, I see my mom, my dad, and I'm giving the respect and the care I would want. We are protectors of our residents. Their safety, their health, and happiness are three things that we're working on 24/7. We've taken an oath to do that, but it's in our hearts to do that.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelley Flace with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. The nicotine in e-cigarettes is addictive and can harm brain development. That's why I worry about teens who try e-cigarettes. Many young people use pod-based e-cigarettes like Juul, which have high levels of nicotine. And because teens' brains are still developing, they can quickly become addicted. The tobacco industry uses fruit and candy flavors to attract young people, often turning them into lifelong users. For more, visit healthychildren.org.
Welcome back to Hawk TV News. I'm Keely Peck with your latest weather. For tonight, we have calm winds and the temperature will drop as the night progresses, going from 93 degrees around 6 o'clock all the way down to 70 degrees by midnight. Don't expect any rain until tomorrow. For tomorrow, it will be cloudy with a high of 66 degrees and a low of 48 degrees with moderate winds throughout the day with a slight chance of rain in the afternoon. For Thursday, which is also the first day of fall, will be another cloudy day with a high of 67 degrees and a low of 50 degrees. Expect more moderate winds and some rain at night. Currently at our Hawk TV studios, it is hot and sunny and 98 degrees. For the latest weather, log on to Hawk TV, khawktv.com. Queen Elizabeth was laid to rest after more than a week of tributes and mourning across the United Kingdom. It happened in a private ceremony at Windsor Castle. Her burial followed a formal state funeral and a committal service. Tens of thousands of mourners had lined up in those recent days to view the Queen's coffin following her death at the age of 96. During the latter events, the Dean of Windsor said, "Profound Christian faith bore so much fruit." A major concern around the world was where would Queen Elizabeth II's beloved corgis, Muick and Sandy, would go after her funeral. Well, after certain rumors saying that they would be euthanized, I am happy to say that both corgis will be moved in with Prince Andrew to live out the rest of their days. Prince William had stated how they will be looked after very well. Spoiled rotten, I'm sure. President Biden sure has a lot on his schedule today. He's due to deliver remarks on the Disclose Act, which is an election transparency bill that the Senate plans to vote on this week. He'll also be heading to New York for the United States General Assembly. The annual gathering of heads of state comes after COVID restrictions prohibited in-person attendance over the past 2 years. Biden is expected to address the General Assembly this Wednesday. Dr. Anthony Fauci contradicts President Biden's view that the COVID pandemic is over. The chief White House medical advisor says we're not where we need to be if we're going to live with the virus. His comment followed the president's remarks Sunday night in a 60 Minutes interview on CBS. In a fireside chat Monday night with the Center of Strategic and International Studies, Dr. Fauci says it's unlikely the U.S. will eradicate the virus with just 67% of our population vaccinated. He also warned that a suspicious new COVID variant is on the horizon this fall, something he called BA 2.75.2. Coming up on Hawk TV News, Alex will give us sports news updates, including how Kyler Murray ended up being slapped in the face. We'll be right back after this break.
I was given a prescription opioid pain medication that lasted a lot longer than the pain itself. And within only a few months, I was completely addicted. I lost everything. And I started to watch my life slip away. These drugs are addictive. One prescription can be all it takes to lose everything.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Yes, I'm a smoker. And yes, I'm aware I should quit. I get pressure from everyone I love, and everything around me.
Smoking is really, really bad for you.
Yet sometimes that pressure alone is enough to make me want to light up.
At 1-800-QUIT-NOW, we get it. With free coaching services and nicotine gum, patches, or lozenges, we're here for you. No lectures, no judgment. Call us at 1-800-QUIT-NOW today.
Welcome to Sports Focus. I'm your host, Alex Caston. The Northeast women's soccer played against North Iowa Community College. This was the first start of conference play for the women's as well. The Hawks came away with the win 6-0. This improved the Hawks' winning record to 8 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. Northeast women's soccer is number 7th in NJCCA play. Women's soccer is playing Marshallton Community College this afternoon. They'll play Southeastern Community College this Saturday. Also on Saturday, Northeast men's soccer played North Iowa Community College this past weekend. This was the fourth game in the past week. This was the start of the conference play for the Hawks. The Hawks came away with the win 4-1. The Hawks are officially at 11 wins and 2 losses and currently ranked number 8 in NJCAA play. The men's next game against Southeastern Community College this coming Saturday at 1. Northeast Volleyball was on the road to Iowa to play Kirkwood and Indian Hills Community College this past week. The first matchup was against Indian Hills, who is currently ranked number 7 in NJCAA play. The Hawks fell short by losing 3-0 to Indian Hills. The second game the Hawks played was Kirkwood Community College. The Hawks lost 3-1. The Hawks volleyball record now stands at 10 wins and 8 losses. The Hawks' next game is on the road tomorrow versus Iowa Lakes. The Cornhuskers football was at home this weekend against the Oklahoma Sooners. The Sooners are currently ranked number 6 in the nation. The Huskers were coming from a loss to Georgia Southern. Early on, it looked like the Huskers had a chance by scoring on their first drive, but the Sooners started scoring at will. The Huskers sadly lost 49-14. The Huskers have a bye this week, but the following week, they have a homecoming against Indiana. The Las Vegas police are currently investigating an incident at Allegiant Stadium. After the Cardinals won the game 29-23 in overtime over the Las Vegas Raiders, Kyler was leaving and heading into the tunnel, giving high fives to fans when one of them struck Kyler right in the face. The police are still looking for the suspect that hit him. The investigation is still continuing. Coming up on Hawk TV, Jordan Stevens will explain why the host of Wheel of Fortune is under fire. Stay tuned to Hawk TV News.
My dad's addiction and death from overdosing on opioids has taught me it's likely that everybody knows somebody who is struggling with this very problem. Losing my mentor, my best friend, he took one pill too many that ultimately killed him.
You look incredible.
Did you go tanning? Yeah, check it out. Jealous. Best spring break ever. No. You're getting so tan. Finals are the worst. I'm so glad they're over. We need some sun. I can't believe our friends are getting married. She looks amazing. Where's your tan? I can't go tanning anymore. Doctor's orders. It's melanoma. I'm stage 3.
Melanoma is the second most common cancer for young women, 15 to 29. Protect yourself. Protect your friends. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
I have a voice and the freedom to express it.
I have my faith as a freedom of religion.
I find the truth and have the freedom to share it.
I have a cause and the freedom to peacefully assemble.
I have a concern and the freedom to petition my government.
Think first. Know your 5 freedoms of the First Amendment. Go to thinkfirstamendment.org to learn more.
Wheel of Fortune host Pat Sajak is catching flack after a photo of him with Georgia Congresswoman Marie Taylor Greene surfaced on social media over the weekend. The picture was apparently snapped earlier this month and was reshared on a Twitter account which described the photo as exposing right-wing extremism and other threats to democracy. While many people have expressed their outrage that the game show host posed with the politician, others call the controversy an example of cancel culture. An 88-year-old Michigan man was pleasantly surprised when he discovered a scratch-off ticket he had purchased was worth $300,000. The unidentified man purchased a couple of bingo blockbuster tickets from a store northwest of Detroit and won $50. He said he used that money to buy a few more and knew that he had another winner, but wasn't sure how much it was worth. He called the lottery headquarters and found out it was a 6-figure winner. The man says he'll use some of the winnings to take a vacation to northern Michigan and will save the rest. The chief operating officer of Beyond Meat is facing charges after allegedly biting a man's nose during an altercation. Doug Ramsey was arrested Saturday following the University of Arkansas football game. People say Ramsey and another individual got into a fight in the parking garage near Razorback Stadium. Ramsey was arrested for terroristic threatening and third-degree battery. In other news, Michael Myers is teasing the possibility of a 4th Austin Powers movie in the future. When asked about the possibility of a new installment in the franchise, Myers responded, I'm going to put a big, firm, written maybe on that. Myers attended a red carpet evening on Sunday for his new movie, Amsterdam. And that'll wrap up this first edition of Hawk TV News for the semester. We will be back again next Tuesday. Thanks for joining us.